up, Al? How y'all doing?
What's up? Good. How are you?
Scott, you seem to have gotten a little bit shorter and turned into a female. No, thank you very much. We've got the lovely Cortni Ogles joining us today for this reaction video along with John. And we are going to be looking today at a little bit of, seasonal content. We're going to look at Santa Claus today. How you guys feel about that?
Said that like YouTube's going to ban it.
I mean, they might. They have some weird rules these days.
Not a big Santa Claus fan. So
why not? What's wrong with Santa Claus?
I just don't. I mean, he's just wearing a suit and ringing the bell.
I feel you. I kind of get creeped out by mall Santa specifically. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you've been, but I know you're not him. So, this first video that I've kind of got pulled up for us here, it kind of goes a little bit. It's from Insider. Shout out to the Insider YouTube page. It's how professional Santas are trained and what it takes. So we're going to watch a little bit of this video, and then we'll come back and I'll get your reactions to it.
Grab the plate and turn it like you're cutting a cookie.
Every fall, more than 200 Mr. and Mrs. Clauses from around the world arrive in a small Michigan town to learn everything from singing all of the other reindeer to American Sign Language.
The Charles W. Howard School is the oldest Santa Claus school in the world.
We have Santas kind of go pretty much everywhere, from commercials to the Rockettes in New York City to Macy's Day Parade.
The 3-day course costs $580 for new students and $550 for returning students. And candidates are admitted on a first-come, first-serve basis to master the Santa Claus look, sound, and act.
You're literally ready for anything after the school here.
Santa's the most well-known character in the world.
The red suit first appeared around 1930.
That's what we all try to achieve. The white beard, the red nose, the happy cheeks, and a belly full of jelly.
And in 1937, the Santa School was founded by Charles W. Howard, a Santa for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Man of the hour, Santa Claus. Hello there, everybody.
This is blush. This gives you a little color. And you really only need it on the tip of your nose and on the high part of your cheek.
We just want, nice, clean, and sharp-looking Santa.
Make sure your belt stays up high and doesn't go down underneath your belly so it's holding your belly up.
Originally.
I'm going to pause that right there because that guy has amazing hair. Oh, like, look at that.
The hair is amazing. Who's the voice remind me of, though?
That is amazing hair.
Yeah.
That's like like the geekiest voice coming out of like Santa Claus I've ever heard.
So as we can see, I mean, I'll stop this video right here. For those of you who do want to watch the rest of this video, you can check it out on the Insider YouTube page. It's from about 3 years ago, so you may have to scroll back quite a bit. But what do you guys think? I mean, it looks like to me, we kind of look at this as, just a seasonal gig, but I mean, the way that they're kind of shaping up here, it's a lot of these guys are going through a real actual physical life change in living this lifestyle almost year round to be ready for the seasonal job. Like, it's that big of a job to them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I never knew that there was a Santa Claus school. So this is really interesting to see. From start to where we've paused, I'm gonna go and watch the rest of it just because I am very interested in how they actually transform. But I didn't realize that they really teach you how to. I thought that there was just a person that just decides, oh, I'm gonna apply for the Santa Claus job, and if he looks the part, he gets the job.
Yeah, it's kind of I think what a lot of people think, and I'm surprised to find out there's a lot more professionalism in it.
Yeah. I have seen now you stopped right at, where they're telling them how to make sure that their belt is up high. I have seen the Santa Claus in the mall that has his belt below his belly.
Santa was sagging.
And it is so disgusting, and it probably plays to the reason why I feel like Santa Claus is a creep.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Well, now that's a good tell, though, right? Because
Yeah.
if we see the belt up high, then we can assume they have some kind of standards, and they might have gone to the Santa Claus school.
That's a really good point, because I mean, knowing that this exists now, and knowing that there's professional training that Santas are receiving, then that does, as let's say I'm a manager of a mall or a department store that wants to bring in a Santa for the holidays, and now I have something to look at to be able to determine whether this person is a good quality fit for my store or not.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. It's the hair. They have beards. They have hair. This is something that they are literally putting together all year long.
Yeah.
That one has magnificent hair.
Yep.
Well, speaking of how Santa
Really,
Claus,
I think he should have like jobs as wizards in movies.
that job, that hair is illustrious.
God, he could be God.
Yeah, no, that's Dumbledore, that's God, that's Santa, that's like, dude is set up. That's even the Cowardly Lion and the Wizard of Oz when I look at him.
Yeah.
But speaking of how Santa Claus is trained, let's go on to our next video here. It's a little bit funny. This has actually been on YouTube forever. And it's one that kind of makes its way around. So I wanted to throw this into the mix, and we'll check this one out too.
Okay.
I am Santa, I am good. I am here to train each of you to become a real Santa Claus. Give me a ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. These guys come in all sizes, big, fat, old. Well, if this isn't the sorriest bunch of recruits I have ever seen. Yeah, we got to train them for snowstorms. We got to train them for water hazards. We got to train them for, chimneys. We make up little songs. I am sticky, I'm in pain, because my cock is a candy cane. We are making Christmas here. There are two things that come out of the North Pole, elves and reindeer. Which one are you? I'm an elf. My job is to mold them into Santa Claus. You're not an elf, you're a Santa Claus. This is a reindeer. Jingle all the way. Tough on these guys. And from now on, we give them snow. We give them chimneys that are a little bit too small. I mean, sometimes these guys turn on each other. It gets pretty ugly. Is that real fat? Are these real boobs? Okay. Next. And then Christmas arrives. Get up, it's Christmas! Yeah, it's a proud day for me. Go! It's Christmas! It's Christmas!
Soon gonna jingle, the bells that'll jingle all your troubles away. Everybody's waiting for the man to
I just thought that was, I don't know how we react to that, but I just thought it was a funny little video to throw in.
It gave, what's that movie with Major Payne? Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Full Metal Jacket with Santa Claus is crazy. But I mean, after kind of watching how they actually do a lot of that training, that made that video. I've seen this video for years, but it just made it that much funnier to me.
Yeah.
Our next one, that video comes from the YouTube channel 99 Buck VO. We'll link that in the description as well if you guys want to check that video out as well. Next one, this is a little bit more concise version of the one that we watched. This is from Seeing in Business. It kind of goes into how mall Santas are made. Let's take a look at this one here.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Welcome to the ultimate Christmas in July, Santa University, a 4-day training camp in Colorado where professional Santas come to hone their craft.
It's more of a calling than it is a job.
And the little boy with no hesitation said, "That's Santa Claus."
She said, your nose is like a cherry." That's when I knew that I probably was Santa Claus.
Spreading holiday cheer is serious business. It takes the right look, months of dedication, and more hair care products than you'd expect.
But all the women say it's a miracle stuff.
But aside from some extra hold hairspray, what does it take to be the perfect professional Santa? The experts all had the same answer.
You gotta have that Christmas love.
Having a caring heart.
First, it's the heart. And then all of the other things, they will fall into place.
Heart is something that can't be taught. But the rest of it? That's why NOR programs put Santa University together in the first place. Every year, the Santas come together to train at the company's headquarters called, you guessed it, the NOR Pole.
People are amazed that there are 4 days worth of classes for Santa University, but it's true. We have everything from ethics of Santa, how to dress and look your best, how to stay healthy as a Santa, and many, many more things.
Classes teach everything from beard grooming to suit fitting to sign language. There are charity toy drives and sing-alongs. It's 4 days of fun and festivities. Then, when the holidays roll around, these guys are all Santa all the time.
I work at Orland Square Mall, about 30 miles southwest of Chicago, and I'm from Duluth, Georgia. It's about a 750-mile trip every year. It's a very demanding job if you do it like you should do it. We're on the set many hours a day, so you pretty much sleep, eat, and work, and you want to stay focused so that you can be all you can be when you're on the set and be there for the children. And if you're at home, you allow too many other distractions. And so by traveling, I feel like I can stay focused at what I'm doing.
For these Santas, the months of preparation and work are worth it. For them, being Santa Claus in the eyes of a child is the ultimate gift.
I get far more than I unfortunately can give.
If you can say anything every day to try to uplift a child and their family, then you go home at night with some accomplishment.
We all want one thing, the joy and the happiness for children. I am a part of a child's fantasy. What greater opportunity.
So, what was that? There we go. So we have at least 2 Santa schools that we know about now. That one probably looked a little bit more, I'd say that one looked a little bit, I won't say more professional than the previous one, but it did look like it was a little bit more concise. And I think that may be due to a little bit more of its location. It's in Colorado, so it's centrally located in the country, easier for people to get to. But the other thing that really kind of struck me about that video was the commitment that these people are making to this role.
Sure.
The guy that was there at the end when he's kind of talking about the day-to-day, he mentioned the set. And so, me having a production background, that just immediately in my mind says, these people understand that this is a role that they are committing to day in and day out. And for this one little window in time every year. And to me, that says a lot about the type of people who choose to do this as a job.
I think that what I'd like to know is how they choose these Santa Clauses each year, when they choose them. Are there background checks that take place? Because these people that we're watching, they seem like they are very genuine. But we all know that there are some out there who aren't. And I guess my main concern is always about, the children who are going to go pour out their hearts to Santa Claus and talk about the things that they want.
Probably like the administrators of a mall could answer that maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that the background check would probably be run by the employer, whoever employed them for the season. One guy seemed to say, well, he had a regular gig at that mall that's like 750 miles away, and so this could be a thing too, where you get a good Santa for your mall, then you hire him every year,
right?
Or just retain him as an employee. If he lives in the same city, and he may be the guy that's in the back taking out the trash for 10 months out the year, but those last couple months out the year he's Santa Claus.
Well, as a business owner, being able to go to a respected organization and say, hey, can you send me a Santa?
Right.
Means a lot.
Yeah.
What I wonder is what is the pay rate difference? Like, if I'm a mall and a Santa versus being the malls or the Santa for the Macy's Day Parade, or if I'm the Santa at some super high end department store in downtown New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Is my pay rate different? Like how do they navigate their economy or the economy that they work in to say what's the prime job, right? Is every Santa there aiming to be the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Is that like the crown jewel for them? I wonder what that looks like.
Look it up. I bet you it's on there.
No, it probably is, right?
I'm sure that the Macy's Day Parade Santa makes a nice chunk of change.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
So, but the last video here, I'll try to usually end these with something really, really heartfelt, and so we'll stay in the same lane. But kind of some of the things that we've already talked about here were, the life commitments that these guys make to play that role physically, at their physical look and things like that has to be maintained throughout the year. And this, to me, was a really cool example of what that looks like when it's not Christmas time.
Excuse me? What do you think? Santa, I've been told a lot worse. Have you been a good girl this year? You have. Wow, that's real pretty nails. Are you getting ready for Christmas? Put up your tree yet? Oh, right. Is it pretty? Oh, that sounds nice.
Tell Santa what you're going to leave him.
What you going to put out for me this year? Can I eat them all?
What are you going to leave for Rudolph?
Okay, I have to share with the reindeer. I get one, the reindeer get the rest. They eat grass, though. You're right, they do. But up North Pole, grass is pretty hard to come by. It's all snow grass. Yeah.
You better tell him bye. Let him get back to his shopping. Tell
I've
Santa
got
bye.
a lot of little kids to buy for. And I've got a lot to make.
Say thank you.
You have a Merry Christmas.
She just
There's no mention or anything that this guy is a Santa actor or anything like that. However, it does, to me, it kind of speaks a little bit to the branding of the holiday and how people can kind of come together. This guy could have just been a steel mill worker or something, but in that moment, he recognized the assignment and he played it. And I kind of think that's a little bit what the season's about.
Yeah, he definitely did that, and that was super sweet of him to do that because he could have said, I'm not Santa.
I still want to know what worse things he was called.
Yeah. What if the little girl would have been like a little brat, though?
If she would have pulled on his beard.
Yeah.
Pulled on his beard, kicked him in the knee.
It'd probably go more viral.
Yeah. Santa, your breath stinks, or anything, or asking him why he's at Walmart buying
for
toys.
Kids, I wonder really what it's like when they find out the Santa's not real.
What was it like for you?
I mean, well, I just asked my kid. I said, I mean, do you think it's plausible? I said, just think about it. If you think it's physically possible, then believe in Santa. You probably want to believe in a bunch of other stuff too.
My daughter, she's at that age where she started asking questions this year, and I didn't want to completely break her spirit. So I was like, well, whatever you choose to believe, do you believe that Santa Claus? She said, well, how is he going to come down the chimney if you have the TV from the patio sitting there? And I was like, well, we have to move that. We'll move it out the way. We'll make sure it's out of the way so that he can come down. Okay, well, then I guess he's real. So,
right, it's going to come back on you when she's 16. She's going to be like, Mom, you made me believe in physics that were impossible, and I've struggled ever since.
Hey,
do you think any of that plays into making a choice to believe even when you know it's not real? for a child, right? Because I find myself as an adult, Santa Claus is, a thing in the physical realm of the way that it's advertised. However, you do kind of get that feeling around those holiday times of something just bigger than yourselves, right? I don't know if that's the holiday joy that people speak of or things like that. And I find myself at some moments, allowing myself to believe in the magic of the holiday. Maybe not Santa Claus itself, but allowing myself just to believe in the magic of the season.
It's the power of community, I mean, we can go really deep if we want on here, but I mean, it's like
no deep.
We don't really gather anymore, and
That's
I
true.
mean, we gather at maybe festivals or something like that, but we rarely kind of gather and experience together, in a way that really is meaningful. So because of that, then we grasp for any kind of community or any sense of we're all the same, and that's why Thanksgiving and Christmas, embody that. Yeah. Plus, there's a lot of cultures that have that as their tradition. When the harvest comes in and everybody's got their stores in for the winter, then that's the time the community gathers and they thank the gods or whatever, and they, can have a peaceful winter.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of community gathering, we here at Turtlesmith has spent the better part of this year gathering together a small community of our own. So we definitely would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for helping us out this year to, just grow that community into something that we think is going to be great for all of us in the near future. We do want to take the time out to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all those things. Happy holidays in general to you and all your families out there.
Don't cancel us.
Yeah, I know, right? And we'll be back with another one of these reaction videos here pretty soon. But we did want to take some time out today and say thank you to all of you guys for sticking with us through this year. And we've got a lot more coming for you in the year to come. New shows, new formats, and everything. So please stay tuned. We know it can be kind of dry getting through some of these things, but you guys are still here. And so we want you to come back and bring a friend.
Happy holidays.